Jordans and Nikes and cars. Dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrives. Rap, Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know her way around the storm. Making hits with Hit Boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record-breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of Bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the tight end, it's your wide receivers, everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
Here we go.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 18. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play caller, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
Alex Highsmith there on the tackle.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Burrow. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. 1st drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their opening drive, that ended with the interception. Fortunate, though, it didn't lead to points.
It didn't lead to points, and because they kind of got away with one, maybe you come back and throw something similar again to show that you're not afraid, that you're not going to back down, and take your shot. Let the defense know that you're going to be there all game long. Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt him.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to stop me from putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred early.
Burrow going to keep it himself. And, boy, that's going to be close. He didn't get much at all there, but he got the first. Looked like they might have held him defensively, but the referee signals it will be a 1st down.
But when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the 1st down.
Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as a defense.
And he fires one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, All right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
To throw again on second down. Burrow. His throw incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big third down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken around the 12. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. He finds Pickens over the middle. Second down and 3. From the shotgun, it's Mills. Finding Pickens for another catch. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now a give, running left is Harris. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. The Steelers at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. And they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins, take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss. That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Mills on 3rd and 2. Finding Harris over the middle. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Call it a gain of a yard. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now Mills on the sneak. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, Mills. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Mills, throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Now Mills. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 39. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 56 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. On 2nd and 11 now. Burrow firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They can use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Here we go.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A 1st down throw for Mills. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Now that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock, but now after that big play, their thoughts are certainly of trying to score and get some points before the half.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Mills. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, here's Mills. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Mills on first down. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown Steelers. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes our score 17-0. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Mills now looks to throw on first down. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
They go play action. Mills.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
81 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here we go. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Once again, they run with Mixon. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
Burrow on 3rd down. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it.
And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Mixon is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Mixon again.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Mills. That's caught downfield by Pickens.
The 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Bengals drive about to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Again, it's Mixon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 2nd and 12, Burrow. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Hurst. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete.
Here we go.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's got some space here. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Batted by the safety, but caught anyway.
Here we go, here we go.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
In a game that hasn't gone your way, you've got to throw in the end zone at every opportunity and hopefully climb back in as much as possible. He put way too much on that throw, though, and that shot ends up with nothing.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals! From 13 yards out.
And the Bengals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
After allowing that last score, the defense knows they've got to tighten things up. Otherwise, they'll let them right back into the game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts this lead down to 13. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away.
From just inside the 20, a short kick.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run again with Harris. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The Bengals with 2 extra DBs. A nickel look on third.
Blanketing the passing lanes.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working out of the gun, Mills. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Looking to throw is Mills. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Here's Mills. Harris has it over the middle. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it. But it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Burrow looking to pass. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Burrow. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Again, that's Hurst. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing again, it's Burrow. It connects quickly to Jamar Chase. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now Burrow.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
We've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Now Mills.
Open now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Bengals grab it.
Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. The offenses have success. You could say they've run wild a little bit. Time for the defenses to get into the act, and one does here.
Nothing like a little bit of revenge for the defense. They've had to deal with it all game long. Both offenses going up and down the field. How about it when they take the ball away and take it to the other end zone?
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happening?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Hey, I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
11.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 146 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. It's Mixon on the counter. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
On one, ready?
So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Will likely put an end to this thing. Now it's Burrow. Quick slant caught by Chase. Touchdown! Jamar Chase with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bengals will add to their 4th quarter lead. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. And the Bengals grab it. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as it comes with a minute 25 left to go in the contest. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Bengals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A 1st down throw for Mills. That's caught by Myers. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game. On
1st and 10, Mills. And His throw is incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
They came with a safety blitz, and Daxton Hill got home.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete.
Mills, 4th down, gotta have it.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 33. But with the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points.
Got so many memories that I made on Cascade Road. I done gained the world, I ain't never sell my soul. This is God-given, so I thank him as I go. Hate to sound conceited, but I know. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Run up on me, baby, show you gon' see. Yeah, God power from my head and my feet. Yeah, this colossal. What I say is gospel. I cook this with love, they gon' eat it up and swallow me. I'm from the ghetto, babe. Seen bodies in the street before I could tweet. I came from nothing. I turned a mustard seed into a million. In the discussion, had a TED talk with the higher me. Show me how to run it up. I need all my cheese. Every day that I wake up, I'm pinching myself. Can't believe that I'm really me. Popping shows in New Zealand, boy, you is not eating, man. We do not play in the same league. I gave my mama some racks and she asked me if I'm selling. I said, mama, please. If I was, do you think I'd let you know? Got so many memories that I made on Cascade Road. This is God-given, so I thank her as I go. This gon' sound conceited, but I know. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Yeah, got power from my head to my feet. Yeah, run up on me, maybe show you gon' see. Yeah, I did not chase, I just attract what you put in. I come alive in the dark. And I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible. Shine if I want to. I would never.